Good morning, guys. So today I wanted to talk about why most women don't ever move past interested, i.e. they see things, they think it looks great, they're interested, but they don't take action to get started. Why is that? So let's talk about it. Why do you think that could be? And often a lot of this is coming from your subconscious. So watching the posts go past in this group or in any other group that you're in, looking at TikToks, looking at all of that kind of stuff. Hi, Janine. Hey, how are you? So you read comment, you can spend so much time wasting time watching other people doing stuff, getting your ducks in the row, thinking that that looks great, but actually never doing anything. So if that's you, then listen to today's live because I'm going to talk about it. Got my cup of tea, and I think that, okay, I've written myself some notes so that I don't waffle as I like to do. So you're starting to think things, I guess, like, oh, it won't work for me. And these things, by the way, they're not, most likely they're not, you're not saying it out loud. You're not thinking it directly. It's indirect. These are the little niggles, you see, that you've got. Like, you'll be watching something and you'll be thinking, she's obviously got a big network, or the reason it's working for her is because of X, Y, and Z. It's not going to work for me. And this also can happen if you are someone who has tried a lot of things. And so you're still interested because you probably down deep wish it would work for you, but you just unfortunately haven't made it work. And so you have trained yourself to believe that it's not going to work for you. So it's a vicious cycle, because then when you do something next, you choose the next thing, you almost fail before you start because you have already told yourself that it's probably not going to work. And as we all know, what you tell yourself, you believe. It's a foregone conclusion that you're going to fail again. So how do you break that cycle? How do you kind of get out of that mode and get into making it work? Mainly also too, because it is absolutely astoundingly scary to think that in this little bubble that we're in right now, this incredible time where literally you can make money from your phone, you can make money online, and there are multiple, thousands of people doing that, probably, millions. Why you can't be one of them? And maybe in other times of our life, it was true. It would be tricky. But I genuinely believe now, I really, 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 really genuinely believe if you have the motivation, you have the desire, you have the consistency, and you keep going, you will be able to have success online, but you're going to give up too early. The funny thing is, there are some women who I absolutely promise you, I watch women join our Woohoo program, for example, and they're up to like day, I think 7 or something out of the 30-day system. Like, it's a 30-day rolling. So you just follow the system, absolutely point and click and do it. And after like day 7, they're like, oh, I don't know if I can keep going. It's like, day 7? Like, are you kidding? You may as well quit now then if you've got that attitude already. So don't go into these things thinking it's a get rich quick. Like, it's just the world that I sort of live in is, and this is the world that you guys, of course, aspire to live in as well, or you should be living in as well, is a world where you're learning and growing every single day. So just feeling like you're just coasting, or feeling like there's nothing exciting coming up or that you're not learning anything is just not a great place to be. But scrolling on your phone and all of that sort of stuff, it's not doing it for you. I'm just going to tell you, that is not how you learn. That isn't how you really learn. That is how you get FOMO. That is how you waste huge amounts of time. And that is how you get nowhere. So hence, doom scrolling being a thing. It's completely killing your brain, and it isn't going to give you any success. That is not going to work for you. So what do you do instead? You find something that you know is going to work for you in your personality, your way that you can deal with, your daily life. You've got so much going on, all of that sort of stuff. Pick something that suits you as a person, because if you don't love doing it, you're probably not going to keep doing it. So yeah, there's so many different offers out there, so many different things, but before you jump into something, think about exactly what it is that you're going to have to do. Because if it looks great, but that's them, do you actually think you can do the exact things that they're going to do? So, for example, buying a lot of the women that we know and love and have in our network, see a lot of these influencer type people, or just seemingly everyday women who are, basically turning into influencers. They love doing their online videos, okay? They love going on live. They love going on, showing their money that they've earned, showing talking about whatever they're doing every single day. Not all women are going to love doing that. So if you think that doesn't sound like the sort of thing that you'd like to do, then don't choose that just because it looks like it's easy money, or just because it looks like it's exciting. Think about exactly what's going to entail, what it will entail, and then consider whether or not that's for you. Another example could be, drop shipping. There's a thing which basically means that you can do this via TikTok, you can do this via Amazon, and pretty much what it is drop shipping. In the old days used to be quite different, but there's lots of different ways. There's Alibaba, there's all sorts of different websites that allow you to kind of choose a product that you think will sell, market it online by using videos, by posting various things, maybe even listing on eBay, listing on Amazon. And then if somebody buys that product, you get a commission paid from Amazon, or paid from eBay, or basically you never have to buy the product yourself. So you don't have to go out and buy 100 toilet brushes and have them sitting in your room and then post them out. You basically are like the middleman. So somebody sees your ad or sees your TikTok or whatever, you using this great toilet brush, and then they go, oh, I'd like to buy that. They click on the link, and because they bought it with your link, you get a little commission for doing, and you don't have to send the toilet brush out. You don't have to ever have touched the toilet brush. I don't even know where I got a toilet brush from. That's such a random thing. But there are women that do this full time. They sell other people's products and they make a commission, yeah? So that sounds pretty easy, hey? Oh, I don't even have to buy the stuff. I just have to market the stuff, and then someone buys it, and then I can do it. That's great, but how are you going to do the marketing? How are you going to actually get somebody to see the video that is you using that product? And then how are you going to get them to buy? Well, that is the part that you have to think about. It's not the, oh, this sounds great, I just, sign up to this program. You have to get people viewing your stuff. And if they view your stuff, great. But that is the holy grail. That is the component. Learning how to get really, really, really good at marketing is what your job is. So your job is not to be the seller. Your job is not to spend loads of time finding really good products. all of that stuff, that's the easy part, guys. That actually isn't that difficult. It's having the ability to get people to buy into your ad, your video, your TikTok, your, post or whatever. And this is the same for every single business that you see people trying to sell online. They're all trying to find a product. That's all affiliate marketing is. Find a product, be it a digital product that you get online only, or a physical product that you drop ship like I talked about, or so basically find a product, and then that's the easy part, because there's a gazillion out there. So don't spend all your time on that. Spend your time asking, okay, but how do I actually get customers? How do I actually get people seeing my stuff? How do I differentiate myself from the million other people out there selling similar stuff? And then you put yourself into that situation, say, right, am I willing to show up every single week, 3 times a week, doing live videos, making content, creating a whole lot of backup videos that go alongside that, so that you've got, potentially 10 to 15 pieces of content going out every couple of days, that then builds up and up and up. Are you willing to become a content creator? Because that's what you have to do if you want to make money from all of those ways that I just talked about. Okay, so you are not just reselling something, you are becoming a salesperson online. You are becoming you are having to market yourself, and the brand is you. So most of the time people are going to buy because it's because of you. I mean, not every single time. You could have a product that's outstanding, but at the end of the day, if you think about it, if you see someone on TikTok talking about, oh my gosh, I love this toothpaste or whatever, if that was just the toothpaste, on a page, you probably wouldn't buy it. It's because the woman, she, shows you her before and after. She's interesting, she's exciting, you like the look of her hair, whatever, right? So every time you buy something, it's normally because the person that you really liked or whatever, okay? Or her videos went viral, so you saw her video. There's a million other people making a video about toothpaste, but you didn't see them. You saw this other woman because she's already gone viral, yeah? So you have to get really, really good at that. And if you're not interested in making that happen, if you're not interested in becoming a viral content creator, then most of those things are going to fail for you. And I don't want to be misery guts for you. I don't. I just want to have reality around what is involved in actually making an online business work if you don't have money to pay for ads. Because if you've got loads of money to pay for ads, then you can test all sorts of things. You can throw money at it. But the majority of women I see who are trying to make money online, it's because they don't have huge amounts of money, or they don't really even know where to start. So, just trying to set up ads for yourself and boosting ads and things like that on Facebook, it's pointless. You're just giving Facebook money. So you're going to try and do it organically, which means for free. And that's where you have to get really good at being able to show up consistently, posting, making videos, not just once a day, not just once a week, literally multiple times a day. Gary Vee says 13 to 15 pieces of content per day. Oh my goodness. That doesn't mean you have to make 13 videos, by the way, but it means you could take a video. For instance, this particular one that I'm doing for you guys now, I'm going to take this video, which is a live video. I'm going to then take it to a software that I use, which is going to cut it all up into bite-sized chunks of viral style shorts. I'm going to be able to put that onto my Facebook page, my YouTube channel, and in our Facebook group. That's going to be probably about 10 pieces of content just from one video. Yeah, so you can do it cleverly, but it is a consistent thing that you have to learn how to do, and you have to speak to people's pain, and you have to get really, really good at sharing your story. You have to do all that sort of stuff, right? So that is how the whole thing works. That is how you are going to make money online. Not just by finding the best program. Don't people spend all their time like looking at that and forgetting the fact that they actually have to follow through with some activity after. So, okay, so hence the reason that we built the Woohoo Women's Club. So if you want to know a simple path, a way to do it that is basically not having to do all of that stuff, then that is what the Woohoo Women's Club is. So we are here for you because we have band together as a group of women who have thought, you know, I don't want to be a content creator. I don't want to have to do all that stuff. I don't have time. I don't have anything to say. That's probably not true, but you know, you probably think that. I don't think it's going to work for me. Have you tried before and failed, which means that then you're thinking it's not going to work. All that sort of stuff. All of those reasons why we give women hope, and we give women a place to not just be in a community, which of course we love communities and that's great, but we give people a place to be able to market together. So that's why instead of having to do 15 pieces of content, our group does all of the content together and we put it out together online, and then you tap into that because you have women who are in our group that you've invited who are going to see that, and once they're ready to pay, they let us know and we send them your link. Yeah, that's basically how that works. So instead of having to be a content creator, you're just a beautiful inviter. That's all your role is, and to follow the 30 minutes a day, which is truly 30 minutes a day. It is not 30 minutes a day, oh, but really you need to do 2 hours a day. No, because I'm doing these videos. This is the content that I create. Oh, hello, doggy. This is on behalf of all of us. All of us get to tap into the content that I create. And this content goes on YouTube. This content goes on Facebook page, everywhere, okay? So what it means is that anybody that you've invited to the group, if they decide to buy, you get credit for it. So we've made it so that it's just a lot less stressful, and you don't have to do all of that content creating. So if that sounds good to you, then hi Christina, hi Rachel, hi Anita. Okay, so if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I'm interested, but I want to understand how this actually works, well, great. We've put together a short webinar. It's about 20 minutes. You can put it on fast forward so you can watch the whole thing quickly, but it will answer every single question. Everything we've thought of will be in that webinar, so you can make a decision pretty easily. And it will talk about the step-by-step system, what you need to do, what your 30 minutes is, all of that stuff, costs, etc. So you can either comment a webinar, because then our automated system will kick in and you'll get sent a message, which is quite cool. So if you're watching this, just comment webinar, or you can also find the webinar pinned to the top of any of the comments. If you're watching this on YouTube or wherever you're watching this, just have a little quick rifle round and you'll find the webinar, believe me. Watch it, see if it resonates with you, and if it does, we would absolutely love for you to join us, because we want like-minded women who are wanting to be part of something, wanting to have success, but not wanting to have to be a content creator and learn all of that. So that's it. Thanks, guys. I'll see you on our next live video. Bye.